like 17 years ago.
Wait a minute. Okay, so you from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
What? All right.
Everybody thinks I'm from Queens and
Yo,
Canada.
no, I thought you were from the Bronx. I'm gonna relax.
That's a good one. If I'm from the Bronx, I'm from Riverdale.
Oh, okay.
Pricey over there.
Okay, excuse me. No, I love to hear that you're from Brooklyn.
Yeah, where else I'm gonna be from? God was born in Brooklyn. You know the slogan.
I love that.
Like we in the hood, so let's make it fine. You know, God was born in Brooklyn.
That's right. And the greats, man.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like coming up and listening to DMX music? Because I mean, for me,
Listen,
there was two artists that made me feel like I had guns in my pocket. And that was DMX and 50 Cent.
That makes sense.
For me.
That makes sense. It was interesting seeing beautiful women barking like dogs. They would be with their boyfriend, with their red bandanas, barking like dogs. And I'm like, I know she's a beautiful woman. She probably has a great future. She's gonna go to college. Probably the sex is amazing, but this dog barking shit is hilarious. I'm like,
meanwhile, we just gangster.
Imagine you make your love to her and she's like, nigga.
Wow.
Yeah.
You dragged it.
Nuh-uh. I've been outside a long time.
Nuh-uh.
I've been, you never barked?
Wow.
See?
Oh, why it have sound like a chihuahua though? We went
That's
from
how it goes.
DMX part to the
You gotta, you know, I'm a voice actor.
Real quick,
What's
please give me your insight
On
on the impact that Pop left us with. You know, being in front of the mural here, being in Canarsie, just
Yeah. I mean, I'm older than him, but I gotta show love to a kid that did it. He was on this Alexander the Great, you know, shit, like, made a big impact at a young age. So you can only show salute to that, you know what I mean? And he was one of them next ones up. And he had the vibe, he had the music, he
the
understands
voice,
everything.
the sound, the fact that all the big brands were fucking with him.
You know, a woman magnet too, that matters when you ascend into certain levels. It's bigger than just on some chauvinist thing. It's a marketing thing. You feel me?
Ooh, we're gonna have to talk about that inside the Sprinter.
We're talking about everything.
Wait, the woman magnet.
Listen,
All right, we're
listen.
gonna talk about that.
Listen, she was with the mayor, nigga. This is a different type of flyness now. I get all the residuals. And we can talk about when we first met with the mayor before he was the mayor.
Ooh, we're gonna talk about all of that. Let's go. Oh, see, listen. King of podcasts here. We didn't even say no names.
Don't say your name.
Jacina Love.
I'm Hynaken.
Hynaken.
We on the what? The pull-up?
The pull-up. We pulled up on the pull-up. You know, but we in Brooklyn. We home.
Yeah. We might drive around the other hoods as well, too. See how we feeling.
We're here. Jacina Love, we pulled up. We are here in Brooklyn. I mean, we have pioneer. I want to look at you as a pioneer of media, all you've done, all the seats you've sat in, all the people you've worked with, what you're doing right now for the game. We're here with Hynaken from Bagfuel. I mean, from a few things. I mean, there's
a lot of choices.
There's a lot of titles that go behind you. I appreciate you.
Likewise.
And, yo.
I'm ecstatic because you had the mayor up here. And I get to follow another Brooklynite, you know.
We gotta talk a little bit about that. It seemed like you knew the mayor before he was the mayor.
When he was the borough president, we had did an interview with him during COVID. It was over Zoom. And he was talking spicy. We was talking about the U's. You know, I want to be careful they don't shut the video down. So if you're from Brooklyn, and we was talking about, you know, police brutality, and he was just hood with it, talking about guns, busting guns and all that shit. So it's up. I'm surprised nobody ever clipped that interview and said, look at the mayor of New York talking like one of the most hoodest mother effers. But that was before.
Yo, you know what I was saying about that Hynaken?
What's up?
Because having him in that seat, seeing his position, hearing what, what the masses are saying about him, it's like, I feel like we want to see our own in positions like that. But then when they get the hot seat, we ain't with it. We just want to kick them down. We want them to do changing for you. I feel like we're not really thinking on how.
I just think we don't understand infrastructure.
Okay.
So when people get in, they think, oh, it's supposed to happen right away.
Seriously.
And he's already behind the 8 ball because there's an institution of how business is truly run.
That's right.
And he's like, oh, it's going to take me 3 years to get shot in pocket? Oh, crap. Who do I make friends with? Who's the money maker? Who can grease the wheels to get things popping? And as you ascend in this business, you start learning. You got to be very careful how you talk. You got to be entertaining without being controversial while being controversial. So he's facing a lot of obstacles, and he wants to be president. I can say that because when I say, yo, you have a chance to be the president, he ain't flinch. He looked at me, he's like, oh, I like this nigga. So in order for him he got to really make his mark in New York, so that way he can be governor or get another term and then work his way up to the presidential seat. You know what I'm saying? He might be like, oh, I didn't say that. No, I know you didn't say that. I'm saying it because I know how to identify ambition.
And why not? Exactly. But, seeing that ambition. An African American man who's from the hood, who's gone through the things we go through. I just feel like it's a beautiful story of a beautiful struggle. At the same time, we're not too nice about.
I mean, we want results, and we want results fast, and
especially in a time right now, right? Where you tap a button and you get a result. You tap, everything is tap go, tap go, tap go, tap go.
Up to a certain extent, but if people are willing to do 5.5 years for a degree, most people, it's rare you get a degree in 4 years unless you're just focused in school and your credits is on point. You might flunk a class, but if we can put the commitment for a college degree, we also got to show the same grace and understanding for other people to say, hey, let's give them some time. In the meantime, make sure our money's right, our health is right, so that way when the changes come, we benefit on the momentum. And that's the issue. We're lacking patience. We're very impatient with results.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, Hynaken.
What's up?
When did it all start for you? Because, I mean, you have people like Star and Bagfuel.
Yeah.
Shouting you out.
That's my guy.
I see you behind. I've seen you work with Angela Yee, and oh my God, the times. First of all,
wherever
high
you want
five
to start.
to us.
Yes.
That we were part of This Is 50, because we're This Is 50 alumni.
Yeah. Wherever you want to start.
I want to know the beginning, where it all began for you. What was that moment that you went into the culture and started doing media, and what was that moment?
Because we got the beast with us. He's in the cut, right? So I went to school for engineering in Florida, so I know how to use a lot of equipment. That's why when I was looking at your equipment, I was like, oh, how long is it going to take? I understand the functionality. That's why I said, oh, you're not going to mic up with the air and everything, but I know he got the Rode, so it's going to sound crispy. So I have that background. So when I came back to New York, I'm like, oh, how am I going to get people to fuck with me on this engineering thing? And it was tough. So one of the people told me, yo, just go to this college radio shit. Just hit the circuit and, build your profile up and it'll work. And then I went in and we murdered this show. And it's like, come back. I said, we can make something of this. But this is before, at the time, it was only internet based.
Seriously?
No, but
I could imagine, not even.
But everyone was like, internet? That's why I never called myself a radio personality. I always hated.
Oh my God, that's how I started. Internet radio.
Yeah, I get that. But when people used to say I'm a radio personality, the death blow question would be, what station you on? And I would look at them, and I'll be laughing in my head like, don't say you're a radio personality. Say you do your shit on the internet. You got to be very careful with language now because of podcasting and what the internet has become. You can say whatever the fuck you want, honestly. So we was on the internet and people was just like, whatever, dismissing it. And then a year later, we interviewed Mano. And so we given the phone number up, right? And a lot of people were calling in. And I was like, yo, boss, question. How'd you hear us? And he's like, I could hear y'all on the TV. I was like, what are you talking about? So when they used to have public access, BCAT, they would pick certain college radio stations and then you would have a 4-hour block. And we didn't know that. So from 2 to 6 was Brooklyn College, Medgar Evers, Kingsborough.
I had no clue of that.
And it was another college. It was 4. It's Kingsborough, Brooklyn College, Medgar Evers. I know you sweating. You thugging it out. She looking at me like, why is this nigga not sweating? I does this.
And I'm chilling too. I'm like, wait, is this a mental thing?
She got Egyptian blood in her. That's why they got to sweat for no reason. So I'm like, hold on, we on the television? Like, yeah, and everyone was hearing, and Mano's like, yo, y'all the only show mother effers call into. So now we like, whenever the block is, we gonna go on that block. And we was cursing up a storm. And I was like, yo, question. Why y'all let us rock when we be cursing? It's like, we like y'all niggas. So after
whatever you want.
Yeah, we was going hammer. And then other people caught on and they started yanking our slot. So now we're like, yo, what we gonna do? And then we started having famous guests come through, but it was like here and there, nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. So we never had time to interview people. So we like, yo, we gonna start interviewing people on Sundays. No one's gonna have the courage to come in this spot on Sunday. We have a 4-hour block. We're gonna convince all these famous people to come. And then, but we're like, yo, how we gonna get this out? And at the same time, World Star and YouTube are colliding. And World Star was dope for us because it's centralized content. Before the algorithm, people was like, where we gonna find shit to absorb?
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, we're gonna do a test run. So we did a test run with a couple of artists. We're like, all right, we got the blueprint. All right, cool. We had sent a couple of videos to World Star. They're like, whatever. And then the first person that really catapulted us, and the beast will tell you, was Pinky the porn star.
Wow.
And the reason why no rapper took us serious. So I lived a interesting life. It's still calm. So I started going to the strip club when I was really young, at 17, while I was still in high school.
And that was calm?
For the most part, my face is older looking now, but I've been the same height and the same frame with the same voice, so girls thought I was older. So like they thought I was like 24. So aside from a little wrinkle here and there, I essentially almost
You ain't even got no wrinkle right now. Stop it.
Yeah, well, but I'm essentially almost the same frame. I had more muscles in it before I broke my arm. Another story, I was used to it. So when we met with Pinky, she went crazy. She started clapping her ass. She's like, advanced nigga, and talking this shit and whatever. So now we on the college campus.
On the college campus, so just
No. We went to our hotel room.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Now.
And this is college radio.
Oh yeah, we played the interview and everything. It was lawless. What? I got myself picking up girls, tossing them in the bed, all this shit. I don't do that no more because it became redundant. It's like there's no elevation with that. It was fun, but But when we put that interview on World Star, I remember we was in the what's this shit? The rec center, whatever, and I'm playing NBA Live, and I'm playing against this kid in a wheelchair, and he starts really talking fly. So I drained like 33 pointers. Like, fuck you. Don't you ever talk. They're like, you can't talk to him like that. He's in a wheelchair. And I was like, you gotta show them that they're human like you. And
That's right.
He's like,
he loves that.
He's like, yo, bro, but you didn't have to murder me. I said, when you smirk, nah, bro. This girl's looking. I gotta win. And somebody came and they said, yo, we saw your Pinky interview. Yeah, like at 100,000 views. I'm like, word? 3, nigga. And then from there, it spiraled. that's when we got
And that's
Blue
like
Kid.
when viral was just becoming.
No, everyone hit me because what happened was, other than Sub-Zero, salute to Deep Freeze, maybe a couple other people. I want to give them their proper credit. Dudes didn't want to interview porn stars because you're used to seeing these girls getting hit by 13 inches. So they're like intimidated. I'm like, they're girls, bro. So they're like, do I measure up? I'm like, nigga, go for it. So when they see me, they're like, yo, you cool. I'm like, this is what I was doing when I was working a regular job. You know, so, and it just spiraled out of control, and that's when all the rappers came and all of that. So I'll let you interject.
Wow.
We can jump. So that's where, and then where.
So now, wait a minute. How did you even gain the art of interviewing? It's just.
No, that's the same.
You being.
No, I'm not going to talk to you any different if the camera was off. So I'm like, we're going to do the same shit. Mm-hmm. Beast he was 16 when I had him. We had him interviewing porn stars, talking to drug dealers. That's regular shit. People want to have fun with this. And like how we, converse is just a unique perspective. People just be on some, oh my God, what was your inspiration? Fuck out of here, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about that. And I'm keeping it real. You have a duty to your audience to respect the fact that they're elevating faster than you. So they're accustomed to watching content in a particular way. So what are you going to do to make them feel they invested the right click on the pull-up show? And that's how I look at it. If you're going to press click, you're battling everything. Just imagine if this girl right here is texting me, then I'm getting a Cash App, then Jacina says pull up, and this and this and this. We're dealing with a lot of things to distract you, so you got to make it worth it. Otherwise, I'm going to answer the text. You know what your life is. What are people going to do to make you say, all right, motherfucker, I'll get back to you. You're going to be left on red.
Wow, so real.
So that's just only 2 years I gave you of the whole media shit.
No. Okay, so then when did you meet with Angela Yee? Because you and us have been rocking for years too.
So Angela, when you're in this business, you have to also know how to evaluate and look at other talent. So when I seen her, it's a multitude of things. So let me show you something. You got to have a powerful name. Jacina Love, that's a powerful name. Even like your home, it's a powerful name.
Yo, be in the building.
Yes, I don't know who's watching. I don't wanna,
so good. Yo, he's in the building.
Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. Girls will tell they nigga, I was with him. And the nigga's like, what do you mean? Why was you with him? And I'm like, yo, bitch, do not tell your nigga you was around me. But we didn't do nothing. Does not matter. I've done this long enough. He might.
Just be tight.
If you lucky. But, I saw her and the way she looks the same for the most part. I was like, this is about to be something. So while she was on Sirius, I hit her. And we had motion at that time. I was doing True Stories Radio. We had motion. So Q from WorldStar and the people from OnSmash.com used to, it was like a bidding war for the content I would have, because I was getting people to talk in a fashion or be very candid. And so she's like, I fuck with your shit. Yo, I'm gonna pull up. And we was wilding.
And that's why I love her, because to me she's so politically correct that she could, like lip service. She's in those heated conversations, but at the same time, there's a grace to her.
Let me tell you something. If you heard the lip service when she was on Shade 45, nigga, this shit you be hearing right now is tamed. Yo, she was on one. I'm like, I need this action. So we did the interview, and I remember Global Grind had started up, and they were looking to, curate content creators. They didn't know what to call it then, whatever. So they was gonna give Angela, Kim Osorio, I think Gender Pen, and another girl a show. It was Morning Coffee. They had Blogzilla.
Wow.
A couple other people, and then Angela was in a meeting. She said, bring this nigga on, because he's not attached to nobody, and he's crushing y'all. And so I remember we went in there, Kim Osorio was like, how are you doing this? I'm like, I'm just doing what I do. It's like, hold on, you're not with nobody? No, it's just we shoot and we put it out and we know what we're doing. And it was all ready to go. They gave us the contract, but Russell didn't want to spend the money. And that's been the thing about my career. Anytime I've been kicked out or fucked over, the next play has been...
One door closes?
Yo. And that's how I got to This Is 50. The spot we was at did not want us to shoot on Sundays anymore. We're like, you can't do... So everybody wanted our time slot because they figured it was because of our time slot that we were getting all the guests. So now when we had Sunday, we had a 5-hour block. Then all of a sudden people were either trying to come before or after our show, which I'm not mad at. That's a great strategy. Then they were all like, yo, F these dudes. Salute to my guy, Dutch, KIB. I'm not in this game without him, man. He did a lot of sacrificing and things of that nature. And, you know, you got to give people the proper flowers. Pusha K, he came up with me, Scuba Steve, because they were camera dudes. No, they're directors. Let me not minimize that. And we were editing the Pinky interview on the college campus. So when she was clapping her ass, they walked by. They're like, yo, what is that? Oh, that's nothing. Right? So then when the interview came out, they said, bro, we just want to fuck with you, man. And we know how to do this shit. And that's, if I don't work with them, it takes a lot longer to get where we needed to get to. It sped up everything. But yeah, when they kicked this out, I literally went to This Is 50 within 2 weeks, give or take.
And then it was up from that.
It was different because she and I are not in contact like we used to be, but Maya the Bee, who used to have the Maya the Bee show with what's the dude that takes all the pictures for Jay-Z? Kodak lens.
Yes.
Lenny S.
Yes.
Part of it. She was one of his co-hosts with another gentleman by the name, I think, Big Light. So when she got to This Is 50, she decided to revamp, and then Beasley from URL, Smack DVD, told her.
Yo, I remember Smack.
Yeah,
DVD.
Smack was also one of the dudes that I worked with early on. I helped curate certain things with his network, with the battle rappers, because he was like, yo, you're the only dude that's going to make my battle rappers go mainstream, because you're going to talk to them in a way that people outside the culture will press play. So then he told me when he was just going to do everything digital. So I've known Smack since 06. So he put me in a lot of position to get money, do interviews and things of that nature. So it's a lot. So Beasley told Maya, you bring him in. He comes already like self-contained. He has camera people. He knows people. He's going to be an easy slam dunk. And then Money Nels, which is Nelson, he was like, I remember when I first came on, he's like, I don't know who the fuck you are. And he said, you got 2 shows to figure this the fuck out. You're going to have to impress me.
Like that?
Yeah, I didn't care. I knew nigga, he didn't know. I was like, oh, you're not understanding. Like, when the lights are on, it's easier for me. It's like, I'm more nervous interviewing an artist with 200 followers than I would be interviewing Jay-Z.
Wow.
She would be like, what? Oh, nigga, that's easy. What? I wouldn't even have questions. I'm like, we have fun. And I'm not disrespecting Hov as if he's not worthy of that.
No,
It's just a different, that's just how my mind works. But so we was on, we was going on Ustream, and we was getting like 5,000 viewers. This is early on. Shit was going crazy. It was like, and then that ended up dissolving. She went her way, and I stayed with This Is 50. And then I worked, I was hiatus for like 9 months. And then Nelson, shouts out to him. It's his birthday today too.
Oh, happy birthday, Nelson.
I'm gonna call him. And then that's when Nelson said, yo, work with him, Viv. Gossip Viv, worked with her. And there's more to it, whatever else you want to know about it. And we were just interviewing everybody.
What gives you that confidence? What about you say right now, that adrenaline you have, that you're like, I'm more nervous interviewing someone with 200 followers than I am Jay-Z. Where does that confidence come from? What is it about?
When we walked outside the van, what's the first thing you said? Where we at?
Brooklyn.
That's it. We got the best Chinese food. We got the best visuals.
Everything.
We got the fucking Barclays Center. Now they're not the Knicks. We still got the Barclays Center. We got the best pizza. And you ain't got no other choice but to do what you gotta do dope. That's why, I'm like Alfie Solomons. I have a quiet confidence. I don't know if you watch Peaky Blinders.
No, you really do.
Yeah, so
you really have your Peaky Blind. Don't even
by order.
Peaky Blinder by order of the Peaky
fucking Blinders. So I like, and the actor that plays the Alfie, Tom Hardy. We got the same birthday, different years, but the same birthday. So spirits know how to resonate properly.
Now, I feel like what you and Esso are doing right now with Bagfuel, producer of Bagfuel, because you're the one behind that, right?
To a certain extent.
Okay.
Like, I do what's needed to make a show function well.
Okay.
So there's a lot of shows I can do things. If I have to I started doing interviews by myself, so I can do questions by myself. But when I met with Esso, he was just like, because I'm skipping ahead, but he was like, you need to do a show by yourself. And I was like, yo, my nigga, I'm defeated. I'm tired of doing shit by myself. Like, I don't want to do it, whatever. And then Bagfuel is just a watered down version of our conversations we have over the phone. It'd be very disrespectful, very high octane, volatile. So when you see it, it's the reduced version. If we could find a way to really capture what it's like on the phone, oh my God. You might never ever see us on camera. That audio shit is gold. So when you see us going back and forth, that's just us coming to a resolution from the prior phone calls. So that's why it goes the way it does. And so it works with him doing what he does, and I can chill a little bit because he didn't understand my reputation. So when we kept going places, people were like, yo, are you still making people nervous? So a lot of people that's new to me now, they're like, yo, he don't really say shit in these interviews. That's why Angela Yee's like, yo, you calm down. Star's like, you calm down. Charlamagne's like, oh my God, thank God. And they're like, what are they talking about? Even Commodore's like, yo, you's a wild nigga.
Yo, I heard Commodore say that.
Yeah, he was like, yo, y'all niggas don't understand. And that's to make sure we get our business done. But if it's needed, and I'm not talking on a violent level. I can still talk fly. I just don't do it as much because it becomes... People that understand fly talk, they know they're being insulted in real time, and they catch it. And they be like, yo, nigga, don't talk to me like that. And then,
Right now, the business aspect of podcasting, and how did you learn that? Because now you came from college radio. You came from... And now you guys are masterminding the whole business behind podcasting and truly making it a business and plugging in other people.
That's the brilliance of Esso. I just learned in real time. It took a long time. He was just like, if we do it this way with your knowledge and experience and we merge these two together, we can go roughshod. So you got to understand, this is a guy that, I didn't want to say this, but this is a exclusive. This is a man that got cursed out by Beyonce's moms and Angie Stone. Who else?
He gave us a lot of stories. He didn't give us that one.
Yeah, he was like, and that he didn't do nothing wrong. Somebody else did something, and he had to take the brunt of the blame. But what do you tell a dude who's 24 years old dealing with Beyonce's mom? So when he comes into this game, I'm getting everything crash course, and vice versa. When he came in, he's like, yo, let's do red carpet and talk to people. I said, what? I said, that's little nigga shit.
Y'all would be hilarious on the red carpet.
Certain ones. There was shit, he was like, yo, let's go around and go to listening sessions and interviews. I said, that's dirty nigga shit, bro. But I understand it from a business standpoint. There was shit he would tell me. I was like, yo, let's do this. He's like, yo, that's bum shit. We don't get money this way. This is how we get our money. This is how we conduct business. So the credit is to him. We have to really refine this. Otherwise, we'd have been finished. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm some mastermind. Let's get the fuck out of here. That's a waste of time.
So now when it comes to this culture.
But I know my shit now. I'll be like, oh no, we doing this.
Oh, forget about it. I could imagine.
Yeah.
I see y'all working. I see y'all talking. I'm gonna be real. The first time I got on the phone with SO, it was a lesson.
Oh no, yeah.
Like, so if you do this like this, this like this, and this and this and this.
But I don't understand why you're not collaborating. You content niggas.
Literally, that was SO, and I was like, I don't know, but I'm just happy we got on this phone call.
Yeah. You know?
So in a culture like we're in today, right? We got
What's
this
up?
cancel culture.
Yeah.
Someone like you, who comes from when they're like, yo, we toned it down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you worry about that in interviews? Do you worry? Because I just feel like we're in a time right now where it's a hit or miss what we say, and they could love you, and the next day hate you just because you're not on the masses' opinion.
I just think when you gain experience, you know how to navigate a certain way. Of course, if you do this enough. Listen, I did an interview with Cardi B years ago. Mm-hmm. We gutted that interview. That she was talking crazy. And her former manager, Shaft, came and said, can you please take out all this shit right here? I was mad. Because I'm like, nigga.
This is for sale.
This is gold. The interview did very well on This Is 50. Mm-hmm. It just went viral a few months ago. And all the shit we thought was boring, they pulled it up. That shit did 20 million in one day. People calling me, oh my God, we didn't even know, what the fuck? They seeing me go, is that Hynaken trying to grab her ass and all this shit? That was any girl that was single, I was trying to grab their ass. I've got crazy footage of me doing this shit.
Oh my God.
I was reckless with it. But I always ask first, because if she's cool with it, if that's the vibe, of course, but you know.
No, definitely, yeah. We don't want y'all out there like,
I'm not just, no.
Hynaken was, no.
Nah, it was playful, but, so to go back, like, you try to do the best you can and give the best of your perspective, but if shit go left, it's gonna go left, because I know how the spin machine go.
So you're not worried about the cancel culture?
No, nigga, I'm worried, but I don't lose sleep, like, oh my God. If you can catch it before you can catch it, like, yo, take this out, take that out. I don't know about that, bleep that out, of course, but you can get canceled the wrong way, and you like, what did I do all this work for? But you gotta go for it. And I'm not saying disrespect people, but you know, have the organicness of who you are. You gotta be a sea captain, know how to navigate the ship. Sometimes you see the tidal wave, you go in that motherfucker.
Sometimes you gotta go through it, then over it.
So that's how I deal with cancel culture, man. You know.
All right. Well, a little while ago we were talking about Sexy Red. We're talking about
what's up with her?
Right, and I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I feel like there's a lane for everybody, right? Especially right now in the game, I feel like it's a beautiful thing that there's a lane for everything. Everything lives somewhere.
Yeah.
But has it watered down the idea of entertainment? You know, when we think of something behind the camera and we think of it's polished, right? It's a dream of what we want to see. It's something that's put together that it brings a reality to us that we don't get on a regular basis. Do you think that waters it down? Do you think... What
you mean, like too much of it watering it down, or the fact that
I just feel like
it's all smoke and mirrors?
Yeah.
It's always been smoke and mirrors. Like, you don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. They used to say, I've heard stories that Michael Jackson likes little boys. He likes men.
True.
Then I've heard that he was one of the greatest pimps and players. He was knocking down every girl in Hollywood, having threesome for. What is it? I just seen Janet Jackson say that she's related to Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, she gave a list of people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Is she lying? Was that
No, they probably are related.
But it was a list. It was like 6 of the greats.
It'd be like that. So
I mean, Whitney Houston has a lot of cousins in the game too.
Yeah, so I mean, this whole shit is bullshit. You know, people faking it, whatever. sometimes people fake it on purpose because they don't want people to know. That's why people are confused that content creators are making the money that they're making. Because they're just like, I'm dressed real like a bum. Oh, yeah, he only makes $10 an hour. And they'll say yes. And they're really clearing like 6 figures a month. Not a year, a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to know how to decipher what's real and what's not. And if we can enjoy watching a cartoon, a Marvel movie, or Peaky Blinders, accept it for what it is, for the entertainment and the music. Yo, Sexy Red, are you really a dirty chick that don't wash her box? Maybe so. It's enjoyable. Maybe she really takes 7 showers and then pretends she's dirty. And she has her lane and she's monetizing it.
But to me, it's so crazy that I love the fact that there's a lane for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little
oversaturated?
Yeah.
I mean, everything's in
even
our
for our
face.
little girls right now. Let's think of the youth, right?
Don't do that. Let me explain something to you.
Don't do that.
You know why? It's not. I don't have kids, but
Okay.
we can't forget what it was like when we were kids, right?
Agreed.
So now
Agreed.
we got a bunch of grown men here. I'm sure before we were 10, we found the porno stash. So what are we talking about? Girls already knew. Okay, my body's developing. I'm gonna weaponize this. I'm gonna get this boy to do
but
my
to
home.
not take a bath and it's okay that your coochie stinks?
Have you been to other places in America? New York?
But for religious reasons and different reasons too.
No.
People smell and
No. What I'm saying is,
or have a body odor.
no, New York is not normal. So middle America is normal. So that type of behavior is more normal than it would be over here. But it's so concentrated. We're like, they're bugging. You start going to places like Oklahoma, Omaha, Nebraska, you won't be like, yo, what the fuck? They might take 2 showers for every 7 days. And I took a women's studies class. It don't take but 12 hours before a girl's shit just starts going a certain way. And that's not because she's dirty. That's just how her body's built.
That's
so
right.
It's a little bit different. Guys we got the luxury to get away with that, but a girl can't. It don't take much for her to start smelling funky, and it's just because of her biology, nothing else. Dude's gonna be like, oh, he's saying bitches stink. No.
Which is why I agreed when Sexy Red came out saying
Yeah.
the whole, my coochie stinks because I'm a working woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't, okay, I'm not taking a bath or that's what happens.
I'm
You know,
aware.
so for men to be glorifying women and, you smelly and not knowing that.
Well, Lord Jamal went in on it. He's like, how dare you and this, that. We're so accustomed in New York to being fresh. We gotta smell like some high-end cologne. Girls gotta smell like Bath and Body Works. You understand what I'm saying? So New York is not reality of America. That's just what it is. Miami's not reality. Atlanta, there's no place with so many black people. That's not reality. If you go to Utah, you go to Utah, you're gonna be like, what is this? So Sexy Red is from St. Louis, which historically for the past 10 years is top 3 in murders in the world. Fuck America. So maybe she like, man, why am I gonna wash my pussy today? I'm probably gonna get shot.
Wow.
So
That's a nice way to look at it.
I don't want to, but there's no other way.
I don't want to.
I just been a lot of places, so shit is different from you. So when I talk about it, people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't know. I've been a lot. That's why when I used to tell people down south, people don't really give a fuck about Jay-Z. He's not in their top 5. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? Oh my God. And they're like, we agree with him. That's not our reality. So I know y'all used to washing and doing things, getting manis and petties.
No, my whole thing, it's not even about that though. It's not even about that.
What is it
I don't
about?
wanna. For me, I always looked at a person that's in the entertainment business as someone I want to be like someone
Let me tell you something. She's no different than Old Dirty Bastard.
It's true.
And motherfuckers wanted to beat him. I didn't want to cut you off, Jacina, but
no, but it's
if
true.
we gonna give the and now listen, women are held to a different set of standards.
Yes.
A man can look like
which is again,
yes.
I love the fact that there's a lane and she came out with that because yes, we and like you said, you're saying in Utah, but sometimes we have kids out here that their parents are not teaching them. Not teaching them to take the bath.
No,
so
they don't
when
know
they
how.
yes, they don't know how.
Yeah.
So when you hear Sexy Red, it's like, you know, I could relate with somebody. So I do love the idea.
How old is she? 23?
Not even, right?
20, he about to find out, but
26.
oh,
that's
okay.
Sorry.
Nah.
All right, we're gonna scratch that
She
one.
should know how to wash her pussy. So like, I done gave you grace at 21.
No, but I
It's
would
like,
say,
come on down.
the line about a working woman and like, I get it, and I love that reality, because that's right, women, just the way you said, just the way men could stink after, some of y'all stink after an hour of being outside in the sun.
Nah, for a woman, it don't
Smell
take
like
much.
straight calle.
Yeah.
Calle street.
Yeah, I'm aware.
My grandma always used to be like, when I come home from being outside all this, she was like,
My mom's and my grandmother
you
speak.
smell like calle.
Yeah, they speak Spanish, even though they Haitian. I don't know how they.
Oh, I love that. That's right, because I mean, they're sharing islands.
Yeah, they look more like you than me. My grandmother.
And my father looks like you.
See,
so
that's how it goes.
this is what I'm saying. This is the world of that. What do you think right now?
What's up?
There's too much of that's hurting our culture. Whether it is hip hop, whether it is social media.
I don't know. That's a good question. What's too much of something? We weren't meant to be in contact with so many people.
Agreed.
Before the internet, you know, you had your work circle, this, that. I think the fact that so many people have access to you in the extreme immediacy, that's maybe a little bit too much, but as time progresses and the new generation and kids come, there's going to be a way to filter through that. I just think, what I think is oversaturated is not having enough disposable cash. And people are in a space where they're doing everything hook by crook to get money, not because they rule by the dollar. It's just, I just remember, like all of us that's in this van right now, when our parents was coming up, our parents could ask one of us for some money, and within 2 weeks it would get paid back. You could be like, yo, Jacina, can I get 2,000? You wouldn't even blink, and you knew the 2,000 was coming back. If I ask you for 300, and I'm not saying you don't got it, you're gonna be like, nigga, 300. And I think that's what's too much. The fact that society has set it up to where people really don't have cash to really help each other the way I remember it, and people could pay. Now if somebody asks to borrow money, that's a gift. It's not even a loan anymore. That don't even exist. So that's what I think.
Doing media for so long, what's one time in media? Because I mean, you went through, right?
Oh, that's so much ill shit.
One time that you would love to go back to. Give us a story.
I like the blog era. When it was two dope boys.
Yes.
Nah, right.
Yes.
On Smash.com.
Talk about it.
Because now with how YouTube is, and with because when that happened, they was only being specific on who they would let monetize. I missed the email era. Leor Cohen, I fucking hate the fact you put that stupid bell on YouTube. So now, if you have 1 million subscribers, but only 30,000 people hit the bell, only 30,000 is going to get the notification. Before that, just imagine, 1 million people get the email, then they would put the embed, and now with this monetization, oh my God, none of us would have a regular job. I'm telling you right now.
Maybe that's what, do you think that's what it is though?
What
the
you
fact
mean?
that they kind of lowered the standards.
Yeah, because then the economy would be messed up and the
Yeah.
inflation would, trust me, I understand that. I understand the economy. If we all are making $40,000 a month,
forget about it.
Nobody's going to work. They would have to let all the
We're not gonna
illegals
have
come in.
No more doctors, no more teachers, no more.
Yeah, or they would have to, inflation would go through the roof. So they know to stabilize the economy to make sure how they scale it. So that's why you got to hit home runs. But I would love to go back to the blog era with the monetization of today and merge that together. Oh my God, you would never see me.
Well, I'm happy we're not there.
Oh, yeah,
because
well,
I wouldn't be here right now.
You was with the man, nigga. Chill. Talk about, what are you talking about? You wasn't with some councilman or whatever. Not to say they're not important.
Being with the mayor.
What's up, Jacina? Talk to me.
First of all, I always say this. As a young girl, I didn't think, for me, politics was untouchable. That was like royalty for me. It was like, if you don't know what you're talking about, don't say too much. And then I got older and I started really understanding. Or maybe it was also lack of knowledge. You know, not really talking politics in the house. My parents not talking politics to me, right? And so that interview comes and I'm a little nervous, you know? I don't got all my facts straight. I don't got...
You know,
and I know how many people out there are fucking with him and not fucking with him. And for specific reasons. Like, oh, you're going to ask him about this? Yep. Oh, you're going to ask him about that?
Whatever, man.
But what are you going to... Like, are you really going to... So, sitting with him, it was that heat of like, all right, am I doing for my people? Am I... But then I realized...
What's up?
I felt like it was a time for him to speak his word.
Yeah.
It was not being with someone like you and Esso who are gonna attack specific things.
Nah, I be chilling. I mean,
now you be chilling. Now you be
Listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. My mom's trying to run for mayor in Haiti, right?
Wow.
So she only lost because her corruption game wasn't proper. Listen, I gotta be very careful. I'm good for the C word. So I need all these politicians. I know the game. It's up. I'm gonna tell you a story. How ill this world is. Mandy and Wheezy, who do horrible decisions, had their first live show. It was in December. And I remember I'm there, I'm showing support. I get a phone call. Show you how corrupt this world is. One of my peoples, he's part of this secret society, and one of their goals was to get rid of Section 8. But there's a way they have to do it. So they have to get certain people in certain parts of society. So they needed certain black dudes who are of a particular caliber, who have influence in hip-hop and are not of the hip-hop culture, so you wouldn't know them, etc., etc. And they were like, yo, they had everybody on board, but a certain set of dudes. And one of the dudes, he was just like, yo, I'm black. My daughter's Hispanic. This is not, I can't do it. And he was just telling me, and these same people, real shit, was also going to go after Cardi B when she had said that thing about how she drugs dudes. So they had their whole rollout to railroad her. And the only reason they didn't go after her, you have to go back and check. But something else happened in the world, literally a day or two later. And they said, this is priority. So this politics in this world is way more sophisticated than what we think it is.
Yes.
So when people are like, oh, you're going to do this with the man, do that. Like, shut up. I'm trying to flip shit that you don't even understand.
For real.
Like, people are really like, That's why when we have black dudes, oh, we got to know who to vote for and go for Kamala. And then I'm like, yo, mother effer. We talking. They got plans on what they want to do and they vote on it. Do we have plans? What's the plan? Hey, Kamala, how you going to line our pockets up? What are you going to do for black women? Oh, we don't know? Okay, then. We're going to vote with our dollar, not with our emotions. So, same thing. So, whatever you did with the man is exactly what you needed to do to progress forward. Other people saw that. This can lead to the governor. Would you do an interview with Trump now? Your eyes blinked. What's that?
I would.
Me too.
I really would.
Because now it's like, what's the game going to be? You know, I know people are like, yo, you're a traitor to your culture if you do that. Whatever you do, you're a traitor.
Why?
Who knows? Your people are gonna complain. It's what it is. Your wife's gonna complain. Your husband's gonna complain. Your side chick, side nigga, it doesn't matter. Your parents, your kids. cares? Your boss, co-worker. Nigga, they about to complain. You know what I mean? But it's life. Do what you gotta do to make things make sense.
So, when it comes to Trump and all the hoopla and all that, where you stand?
I think I said this in another video or interview, right? 120 years ago, J.P. Morgan and Andrew Carnegie and Rockefeller paid for an election. So you have to decide what president is gonna benefit you, not now, but 2.5 years from now. So if you decide you want to be a working class dude and 40 hours and go to the bar when it's Thursday or Friday and whatever, then you go for whatever president you're gonna go for that's gonna work for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you plan on running businesses and things of that nature, you know what other president to go for. I'm around a lot of ill motherfuckers, so I know what they're gonna roll out with. So if Kamala's in there, I'm like, all right, cool, we're gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
But if Trump is over here, I just know to go over here and do that. So based on the phone calls I've had in the past 2 weeks, I don't know if Kamala's gonna be favorable for me. Just keeping it real. Listen, Jacina, I told you.
Well, for me, it's really just about the whole being a Democrat and just sticking to certain rights that we have and things that we might lose if Trump goes into office.
We're gonna lose something either way.
Either way, yeah.
So what are you comfortable losing?
Mm.
What do you think's gonna happen? You dig what I'm saying? The last beneficial Democrat to me was Bill Clinton. Keeping it real. Obama, it was great for the optics, but I had a job when Obama was in office. And I always remember when they tried to force Obamacare on me. Now, let me explain something to you.
Yep, I remember that.
Let me explain something to you why I didn't fuck with Obamacare. I had this health insurance called MagnaCare. It's literally the worst job insurance you can have. It's run by a ooish company, right?
We're gonna bleep that out.
Yes, you can definitely bleep that out. Let me tell you how shitty this company is. I would go to doctors who are affiliated with that company by religion and bloodline, and they still would say, fuck out of here, we ain't taking that. That insurance program was still better than everything they were offering on Obamacare.
Wow.
And I only paid $25 a month. And with Obamacare, they would have to take $500 a month out my total salary to get less. So that's when I understood scams. I said, this don't make no sense. And they were like, if you don't figure out what you're going to take, we're going to fire you until you pick something and we can bring you back to work.
Mm.
So I'm like, why are you forcing me to pick this? But then they're like, just keep the other health insurance that you have. That's the loophole. So that's when I started saying, are we going to pick the president that makes sense? You're a person based on the companies that you work for. What are you going to do? $25 a month for better health insurance on a dirty ass plan versus the black president, and I'm going to pay $6,000 a month and I'm getting half of a bullshit that I'm only going to end up paying $300? $6,000 versus $300. This is when I started saying, all right, cool, we got to understand what the plays are. Now, for other people, Obamacare was great for them.
Now, do you think that's systematic?
Of course.
So they're doing
Not
that. Like, it's not even
towards
Obama
black
doing
people.
that.
Yes, whatever. But other people like, this is BS. I don't want to deal with it. There's people that's going to come in and say, oh my God, he's wrong. Go for it. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, they show you the chart and everything, what you get and how much it's going to be. So the only president that I've seen where black people really flourished in the middle class was Clinton. That's when people had the most disposable cash. When Bush came in, gas went up to damn near $3. You got to remember these things. Now, of course, for whatever reason, that's business, that's life, I understand, but so if I got to go with Trump and then deal with the other consequences. If not, they'll just get him out of the office. If they don't rock with him and he's not following protocol, they'll find a way to get him out. They got Joe Biden out of there.
Which is why I feel like it's happening right now. Like, I feel like Trump has his own money. He don't need...
Listen, right now, Trump is beating Kamala right now. However, if Kamala gets an openly gay running mate, I don't know if Trump can beat that. Black woman, a woman, and then she has a gay running... Oh, it's up. And I don't know who beating that. I don't know. So he got his work cut out for him. That could be the play.
Wow.
I don't know if Middle America gonna rock with it. The red states, I've been through a lot of red states, Jacina. Yo, I've been to places the police still say, "What up, boy?" It ain't, like where George Zimmerman is from. I used to live over there. I knew they was gonna let him go. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're just being dramatic for an effect." I said, I lived in these towns. I know what time it is, so you have to look at your future, the future of your family, and say, what's gonna work? Oh, if this happens, it's gonna be violence. At any given time, it's violence. Do I want the more peaceful solution? Yes. But am I confident that these other high testosterone dudes are gonna look at this woman and say, I think she's weak. Let's test her gangster. And is she ready to punch back and let the missiles launch? Because guys are like that. They like, listen, let me not be this bitch. They let it rock out. Let's throw some submarines her way. Park them. Let's see if she about that life. Let's see if she gonna listen to her generals. And we seen what it looked like when they attacked on our soil. So don't think they can't if they feel like she ain't gonna retaliate. I'm not saying she not about that life, but how a woman thinks about retaliating towards violence sometimes is different than a man. Now, I done met some gangster women. And they done set up niggas.
The ones that were barking with DMX.
Oh, yeah. So, that's what we got to think about. Trump, I still remember what Trump said to that guy, I forgot what Middle East country, where he was like, yeah, you got to let all my soldiers, leave this territory. But if one of them gets harmed, I know where you live. And he looked and he took a picture out of the briefcase and said, here's your house. We've always known where you've been. We can bomb you at any time. So make sure no American soldiers get harmed while they're discharging. Now, if Kamala's on that time and she's going to make sure she line our pockets up, Democrat all the way. I don't care. I don't care, Jacina. So when are you going to do this Angela Yee interview?
Oof. Ooh, you put that out into the air.
No, she's helped me out a lot. I think out of everybody, I've interviewed her the most. She's secretly always tried to put business moves in plan for me, which is more than enough because she's legitimately fucking busy. I remember I was trying to book an interview for her years ago. And she pulled out her phone and she showed me her schedule of how busy she was. I said, that's a lot of work for 3 months. And she's like, this is my next 3 weeks. I was like,
you're like, wait, what?
She's like, Essence Magazine photo shoot, then this with the Breakfast Club, then gotta go to the politicians in Detroit, then gotta go to Miami. This is all in 3 weeks. So when we did the interview on Bagfuel, part of her, I didn't want her to leave the Breakfast Club because I like seeing legacy continue on. But for her sanity and to be able to sleep, this congratulations for Way Up with Ye, because she mentally can rest now. Because you got to be up at 4 in the morning, and for a woman, you got to figure out how to do your makeup without it looking like a lot.
At 4 in the morning.
It's psychologically, you're not.
It's true.
Like guys, all right, lotion, all right, cool, whatever. It's up. I'm rich. girls are gonna like me just because of my status. I ain't gotta do much. But a girl, one thing off, she's on Shade Room now. Angela Yee looks nice, up and down, Hollywood Unlocked, spiritual word. It's just a fucking circus. Now, what if she has a photo shoot with Ebony Magazine or some hair salon, and they supposed to give her a bag, and
she's been up since 3 in the morning trying to.
But they decide to pull last moment. That's part of the thing. Now I've been careful of, like, let me be careful. I don't want to wreck someone's deal. We can easily do that on camera, and people will hold a grudge for you. There's a company, we're cool with them now, but they held a grudge with us because they thought we fucked up their deal with this networking company off something. And when they found out what really happened, they were like, yo, we were really mad at y'all because y'all were the centerpiece of making the deal happen for all the other content dudes. And when y'all didn't close the deal, as we can describe it, we fucked over 20 people, not on purpose, but there are a lot of people that have resentment for that. But now that they know what's going on, they're like, it wasn't their fault. So, but you know, I look forward to seeing that interview with you and Yee. She's good people.
Oh my God. And we've been doing a lot of the same things. Like when she works with the kids.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. I mean, no, not a lot of the same things because Angela Yee is Angela Yee. But to say, like, you know, what she's doing here in Brooklyn.
I gotta cut you off. You know what she wanted to be?
A teacher?
She said that.
Stop.
So that right there.
The prom stuff she's been doing, I'm going 10 years into this prom project I've been doing alone with just my people, thriving.
Congratulations.
Just community stuff, just being out there and wanting.
So who's helping you to expand?
I mean, I have my little team here and there.
Don't say
but
little.
It's a tight team.
No,
it's a small tight team. Yeah,
that's good.
Small tight team.
Countries have been destroyed. Oh yeah, that's
and family. Have my family behind me when it comes to money things, when it comes to and my job. You know, just being able to that 9 to 5 is keeping me alive right now.
How hard is it gonna be when you decide to leave? Because there's gonna be a tipping point where things are gonna happen, and you're gonna have to make it. See, the decision was made for me. I was forced out of this company only because of a lawsuit, and they just said, fuck that shit, we ain't paying none of y'all niggas, and they closed the company and whatever. So since I haven't had to work, I've been fortunate. That's helped me out a lot on figuring how to make money without having to have a job. But I think as you progress in this, you're going to get a lot of home run interviews just because of proximity and constant, you know, energy that you're putting out there, and then people gonna see it. Like I remember when you did your stuff at Rolling Loud, and I'm like, oh shit, it's up.
Thank you.
I know what it is, and you know, maintaining momentum as a woman is way tougher because you got your period, you got your hair, you got this.
Let me tell you, Rolling Loud wasn't easy. You know, the red carpet is one thing, but Rolling Loud, everybody's everywhere, so you literally gotta be like, oh, all right, let's go over there. Oh, let's go this way.
Yeah.
That shit is no joke.
But then now, because then you got to sit there and say, and the benefit, I've dated a lot of teachers, so I know what the benefits are. I know what the time off, and you don't get drug tested. It's all types of perks. I told you, I did a lot of teachers, not on purpose. It just happens. So I know the game. So, and I know how the money can work out. So I'm just curious.
I'm ready to pull the plug though. I love what I do, and I want to be in the realm that I'm doing what I'm doing with this to take the community, my community, the students, the youth to that next level, to make. That's really what it is for me. I was a child who lost her mother young. The community raised me. Besides my family and the core family that I had, and we're solid. But it was the after-school programs. It was the dance program. It was the salsa program. It was the community center. It was the Girl Scouts. It was that mentally kept me tapped in. I need that back. That's what I want for the community, and I want to, like the prom stuff that I'm doing. Eventually, it's called Promise Project, but eventually, it's that idea of take a new Girl Scouts, a new Boy Scouts, where we're a little more tapped in. Yeah. And it's not about the money. It's not about selling the cookies at the end of the year. No. We're really working on the youth.
I think, I'm not going to say it needs to be about the money, but we're in a weird space because we don't advance our kids into understanding the importance of money. But then by the time they figure it out, they're such behind the eight ball. So we got to make making money fun. Right now, money is a chore to people. It's anxiety. It's a stress. And it's not fun. I would see people having fun at their jobs. And see, me, I always worked I did wild shit. I worked for the Port Authority. So I was robbing people of their bags and diamonds. I was going crazy shit.
What?
You know, drug dealers got robbed the most. Oh my God.
You know what?
Oh yeah, they would come with that. And I'm not a street nigga. It's just, I remember this one guy, I don't want to say his real name. We called him Jamie Foxx. And he was pushing weight in Buffalo. And so one of these drug dealers came. They always had the same uniform, gray sweatpants and an Averex jacket.
Oh my God.
It's like, and then they always had the duffel bag, and they'd be like, "Yo, I'm bringing my bag up on the bus with me." And I remember he was like, "Now you gotta put that shit under the bus," because his mom was like, "I'm gonna call my niggas. We're gonna take this shit, put it in the tug, bring it upstairs. He's gonna send it to Buffalo." And the dudes, they knew it. He's like, "He's trying to rob us." And they wouldn't put the bag in. And I was like, "Yo, B, let him go." He's like, "No, this is my gate. You gotta pay the tax."
Getting this.
And this is before 9/11, so we all young. We like in high school, whatever the fuck we did. He said, "I'm just gonna call the Port Authority cops." And they bought the dog and they took the bag. And this is before 9/11, so they were making $90,000 a year and they had nothing to do. So they gave us free reign to do whatever the fuck we want. Like, I was making a lot of dirty money. Like the Beast right there. I had hijacked this amazing coin collection.
What?
Like, these coins, oh my God, from the Mediterranean. This was my retirement plan. I caught it when I was like 19, 20. I said, I got them appraised and everything. This nigga comes over to my crib. He's dumb young. He took the whole bag and spent it on potato chips.
What? No, Beast didn't. That
But he was 11.
That reminds me of Crooklyn. The episode of the movie Crooklyn where she takes.
Yeah, but this is all the bullshit I've been doing. Like, right? I say that to say, have fun with your job and make your money and then escape. A lot of times we don't get to have fun. Like, Esso didn't even know I had a job. He would just be like, "Yo, we got to go to Atlanta." I said, "All right, I'm going to tell my job we leaving for 3 weeks."
He's like, "What?"
He's like, "Hold on. You're not allowed to do that." I said, "Yes, I can." And he'd be like, "You're not going to have a job when we come back." I was sitting there in Atlanta doing interviews, posting up the video. He's like, "Your bosses follow you." I said, "Yeah, it's cool." And then I would come right back. He'd call me. He's like, "You at work?" I'm like, "Yeah, nigga." I used to sell children's books. I was a verifier.
What?
Yeah, it's okay.
I didn't ask you something at the beginning, and I always like to get to the background.
What's up?
When you said mom almost was a governor of Haiti?
She was going to run for mayor.
Mayor?
Yeah.
What was mom like? What was that upbringing like?
No, she's crazy. She's a fucking lunatic, yo. She know that. She's still alive. She's up. I see her a lot. She just...
Nah, but I'm like, your confidence, the way you
No.
go about
I'm the
things,
most
way...
laid back. My family is crazy.
Oh,
No, they're nuts. That's why when they be seeing me, they're like... Most of my family didn't know I was doing this. They was like, "Yo, what do you do?" I was like, I just started lying. I was like, "I sell drugs. I don't do shit."
So you rather tell your family you sell drugs?
They're not going to believe anything else. I don't have a truth. Listen, let me explain something to you, Jacina. Every woman in my family is that bitch. And what I mean this like...
I love that.
Like, on both sides. One of my aunts owns 3 clothing stores in all the Caribbean islands. Guadeloupe, Virgin Islands. She comes here. They give her all these dresses that they don't have. My other sister's a pediatrician in Houston. She's making $250 a year. My other sister's a lawyer. I send her all my music industry contracts, and she's not even in the music industry. I got a stepsister. She got wild baby fathers, and she's up. She was supposed to be a statistic. I was like, what? And she got a lit crib, lit car, and niggas is giving her money. Out of everybody, I'm like the most chill. So when they see me doing this, it's like, really? My mom's, let me tell you a story. I was 7 years old. She was renting a room, but she owned the house, whatever. And there was another dude renting the room, right? And he went to take a shower. And I seen something, and it looked weird, but it's whatever. I didn't think nothing of it. I went to sleep. And she only had one bed. I had my side of the bed, and she had her side. And then she's shaking me out my sleep. I'm like, what? She's like, yo, the house is on fire. We have to go. She gets the guy out the shower. He's still in the shower. Yanks him out. Now we running down the hall. The flames is chasing us. The way the house is set up, you can lock yourself from the inside. The key's already melted. We like, oh shit. This shit going to swallow us. She says some gangster voodoo prayer and uppercutted the door. And that shit popped up the hinge, opened slowly. And we all walked out. And I remember we had to go call this other person. I'm in my Spider-Man underwear, and this young girl's trying to look and say, oh, I wonder what his print looks like. She's looking. I was like, what are you doing?
Were you 7 years old?
Yes, I'm aware. I have a great memory for fuckery. And I'm just like, what are you doing? She's like, let me see. She had to be 6 or 8, I don't know. But this is the type of woman that does shit like this. So I've seen her do crazy shit. So it's like,
Wow.
Yeah.
But you can see it in you. That
I be
confidence
chilling.
comes from,
I be chilling.
it comes from an upbringing that was powerful.
A lot of it was expected. I went to a lot of Catholic schools. A lot of money was invested in me. So you got to honor the ROI. So I just try to honor it as much as I can. I've had a lot of years I didn't. People was like, yo, we don't know what's going to happen. My pops ain't talked to me for 10 years because of this shit.
Wow.
He's like, yo, I don't know what you... Thank God for my sisters that made something. My brother, he's in the industry. He'd be like, I don't know what I'm going to do with these boys. But now it's like, oh, it's up. You know, my other brother's the reason I know Esso, because he works with Bryson Tiller. So when it's a whole nother story.
Yo, y'all all connected.
No, but he did it on his own.
No, but just in general, your connections from the internet days to now, it's just so many connections. Even Esso, so many connections, so many people you guys started with.
And that's why
that are now making money with.
That's why we came together, because he didn't know who I was. So I met him at the Bryson Tiller concert on a Friday. And so when I got his number, because he was with Clue, I'm very big on respecting people's weekends. Mm-hmm. So I hit him on a Monday. And he's like, yo, I'm going to keep it real with you. It's going to be hard to get Clue. Clue don't do interviews. I said, I understand. And he's like, damn, this nigga cool about shit. So after a couple of days, he like, I don't think it's going to happen. I said, yo, I appreciate you telling me. I just wanted to take a shot in the dark, whatever. And he called me 9 months later. He's like, I never forgot about you, bro. The Clue interview's going to happen. He said, you was just so cool. So now when we go to Power 105, it's Self up there, it's Clue, it's 80 niggas, no exaggeration. So Little Bibby's up there, Nelson is up there. It's nothing but executives and rappers. So when I walk in, I know everybody. So I'm like, what up? Yo, and I didn't understand what Esso was doing. So to jump ahead, he ran the Clue and he said, I don't know who that nigga is, but every nigga in here know him, and we don't. Hurry up, we need to do this nigga's interview. He said, this don't make no sense. How do we not know this nigga? He knows all the executives, all the rappers, and them. He's too comfortable for a nigga that don't come here. And then when we did the Clue interview, I remember I did an interview with Rico Reckless for This Is 50. So we went out to a business dinner. So when we walked into the dinner, the interview was at 16,000 plays. After 2 hours of us talking business, the interview was at 250,000 plays. And he's like, yo, my nigga, we gotta get some money together. And then, so he was coming up with all these money ideas, right? So he was gonna give me $300 to do some promo shit. And I looked at him. I said, my nigga, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I need the money. I got a phone bill and I got a chick I gotta pay for. Just cause it's a girlfriend shit, whatever. But this ain't a $300 conversation. You gonna have to keep that money. He like, what? I said, let's make money together because we gonna make a whole ton of $300. This ain't a $300 convo. It don't even make sense. And this is what we've been at since.
Wow.
Yeah, he looked at me crazy too.
So where are we going with this? Because I mean, you guys are taking over. Are you gonna like have a porn site eventually? Are you?
Yeah, it won't be linked to me.
It won't be linked to me.
But there is no future. And what I mean by that is, when the world shut down 4 years ago, everybody who thought their job was safe, their pension was fucked up,
That's right.
their job was fucked up,
That's
their money
right.
was fucked up, people in the industry is fucked up. Angela Yee's not on the Breakfast Club anymore. Star and Buckwell is not on the radio anymore. You dig what I'm saying? Tax Stone is locked up. And I'm just saying, like, shit shifts so crazy.
That's right.
And I'm not taking shots at anybody. I'm just giving you, like, what could happen next year? We might not be them niggas. So the goal is to, we make enough money to where it's like, we hit our home runs, we made our mark, and we keep it going. I'm not saying we want to stop doing this, but we just know the
Living in the
ripcord.
momentum.
We thinking ahead because the ripcord is ill. There's so many people we've seen shit happen to.
And just taking advantage of the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing, being in the game for so long and just knowing that nothing lasts forever.
No, I was on This Is 50. I remember when 50 moved to Jersey. It was a wrap.
It was
I was
different.
like, you know what I'm saying? And that's his prerogative. Like, I salute to him because he never told me what to say. He never, like, we had our list of who can't come up.
Yeah,
the 5 names. I already knew.
that was it for me, but they were amazing with me too.
Yeah. No, but he never disowned anything niggas did under his umbrella. So it's like, I can only give you the respect of that. Like, you let me go rough shot under your name and under your umbrella. So, you know, why not? I was at college radio, that got shut down. We was on Hot New Hip Hop, shut down. My Expert Opinion, that got, you know, Math decided he wanted to go in a different direction. We didn't think that was gonna happen, but it happened. And that's just life, you know what I mean?
But at the same time, again, so many doors opened. For you and Esso to have your own right now, and I just feel like it's meant to be.
After a while though, Jacina, I'm not mad at what you said. That shit gets really discouraging and exhausting, but that is the journey of life though.
Yep.
If not, what am I gonna do? Go back to driving a bus again? Fuck, I did that for years. It was fun, but
yeah, you had a lot of different jobs.
I've done a lot of different shit. I've not had a lot of jobs. The Beast, that nigga done had 20 jobs. I don't know.
Shouts to the Beast in the back. This guy, yo, Beast, you a part of it all.
Yeah. But I've only had like maybe 3 jobs.
So I want to say this quote to you.
What's up?
Because I've heard you say this.
Oh shit, I'm scared.
The easiest, it's a deep one. The easiest part is giving up.
Mm-hmm.
The hard part
is to keep going.
Is to keep going.
Yeah, nah, it is, because, I mean, listen, you said something profound. You said you lost your moms young.
That's right. 6 years old, 7 years old, 6 years old.
You know, I done seen dudes lose their mom and they was fucked up for 2 years. And I'm
2 years. I know people who are forever. Like, it's just something they cannot get over.
I've been blessed. I have a lot of dope family that's helped me when I was fucked up. When I wasn't doing right, and I just know how to keep my head down and just really try to stay the course. I've given up a lot. I've given up relationships. I've given up important jobs, family members. So it's like, all right, I don't have no kids. Not to say, yo, listen, a big check come, 3 of them's coming in 1 year. I'm already gonna section off the money. Boom, boom, boom. They're gonna have grants and all this shit, all trust and everything. I ain't just gonna be, they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga, and he, oh no, they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga had his plan, but
Quick, before we close out, where the name Hynaken came from?
it's a very filthy story. Remember I said I used to go to strip clubs?
Yes. Oh no, I already like feel what's coming.
The deuce was, I saw a girl put a deuce inside of herself. And I remember she was like, what do you think about that? And I was like extremely disgusting, because like my dick ain't that wide. So it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? And she didn't put it in the way you think. She put it the other way in. Did you see it? That's what I see. You see? Y'all thinking all this stuff. Nigga, are you kidding me? What the fuck is this? Like, not that one. The other side. I was like, remember I said a deuce, not a regular one. You know what a deuce is, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And it spiraled into something, and you know.
And you just stuck with the name.
Yeah, you know.
Wow. And there you have it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We had Hynaken in the building. Yo.
I look forward to seeing you September 11th.
Oh man, for all you're working on, I mean the bodega stuff, the live
Salute to
podcasting,
Jim
I'm
Jones.
loving that.
I'm gonna say this, right? And I'm gonna be very careful how I say this, because I don't want to disrespect Freaky Zeke, Cameron, and Jewels. And Freaky Zeke, that's my spirit animal. If I were to assume correctly, Jimmy don't got no brothers, and Esso don't got no brothers. And even though Esso and I are close, Jimmy and Esso are the brothers that they never had within each other. And that's hard for me to say, because people are going to be talking about, what about Cam, Jewels, and Freaky, and what about Clue with Esso? And that's not to minimize those connect, but them two are the brothers they never had within each other. And while they've come together and cultivated that relationship, sometimes people be like, oh my God, don't y'all all want to be? Nah, there's just certain dynamics. They got to flourish that way. And what's happening now, I don't even want to talk. Because I only called,
So excited.
I called the Beast, and he was like, bro, what? So that's why we all really been on overdrive. Like, I could almost shed a tear. So we really, that's why I'm telling people, don't play games with this IFC. You better show up. Salute to Bossy Bells, too.
Oh, Bossy Belle, she's such a force, man. I
Bella.
love to see a woman behind y'all too like that.
Yeah. She doing her damn thing. Salute to Pone, Freaky Zeke, him and Jim are really putting on, and everybody. But them two, by the time people figure it out, they're gonna be like, you motherfuckers. And you already know who's coming on the next lineup, so.
I know. I got some inside.
So I'm gonna see if I can get Ange to come and shit like that. I want her to be there. If not, we'll have her come to the next one. And Jimmy already told you, pull up with the
Yo,
random
Jimmy
nigga.
was like,
Nah,
I
he
said, I'm
with
gonna
her.
be outside. And he was like, no, you're not. Hold on.
You
Where's
won't.
my publicist? Go speak to her.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull her right in here. He said it just like that. And then
so-
sent me to her. Like,
So can we bleep the names? What are you gonna ask Gary?
oh my God.
GV, and what are you gonna ask Michael Rubin? Cause nigga.
Bro. What don't I wanna ask?
And you know, all I'm gonna be like, yo, nigga, I want them special sneakers in that white party. I I'm doing push-ups for the white. Oh, he gotta bleep all that shit. The white boy, he gonna, but yeah.
Yo, this is gonna be beautiful for y'all.
Not for everybody.
And for this is what I'm getting at, yes. But what you guys are doing for all of us, for the culture right now, the collaborations, I feel like we've been in a gatekeeping system for way too long.
Oh, it's gonna be gate kept. It's a different level of gatekeeping.
But see, look at it, okay. But there's, and I like that you said that.
Yeah.
Because a gatekeeper, of course, you're the one that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason you gatekeep. But at the same time, who's teaching us down here? When the gatekeepers die, who the fuck is gonna do it right? Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm saying. Right now, you guys are taking the time to plug us in, all the while gatekeeping. And I love it. I love the time we're in right now.
Salute to Jacina Love, the pull-up show. She pulled up the ill spot in Brooklyn.
Yo, you showed us all the murals that I did. Yeah. And I'm a mural type of person. I didn't know about these.
Nah, there's more. There's more. I like murals, yo. I think they're like our new hieroglyphs and pyramids, you know what I'm saying? So, if anything ever happens, there's a understanding of what life was about on a certain spectrum.
Nah, I don't know if I'm gonna call you Hynaken no more. We're gonna leave this at that because
you don't wanna call me that no more?
I don't want to call you Hynaken no more.
Listen, everybody wanna know my real name.
Yo, we pulled up Hynaken in the building.
Yeah.
I mean, shouts to Lavish Lift, shouts to Listener Network, shouts to Bagfuel. All you doing, like plug it all in.
Yo, make sure you check out youtube.com/bagfuel. We got another 4 lit. Oh, there's an interview we're doing. Oh my God, it's in September.
I can't wait.
We got the cool niggas is right. You gonna be mad.
You don't understand how I bumped into him the other day, and I was lost in Manhattan.
Who you bumped into?
You said Cole?
No. We tried.
I bumped into Cole the other day, and that was not supposed to happen. I was not supposed to be on that side of the universe. And who Cole was with was shouting me out. He was like, Jacina.
That's Esso.
Yo, Jacina.
That's Esso's man, yo. Like, he helped. Like, they go back, like, and that's why there's a...
That's Yobi's mans. They went to college together.
Tell him, yo, like, no, real shit.
Real shit.
No, because there was an event where Esso didn't see Cole, and Cole was like, yo, don't play me. And he called him by his real name. They go back like that.
I love that.
So that's but this other interview. Oh, you want to see the picture? Every girl is going to be like, nigga.
Every girl.
Yeah, I don't even want to say it on camera.
Yo, Hynaken.
IFC.
True fucking privilege.
Shouts out to Space Ghost, fucking lunatic. He's one of the engines behind all of this, and we out here because it's fucking hot.
Yo, we took too fucking long.
Lavish lifts, I like this because I've been in some bum ass sprinters, and this is a rapper sprinter, yo.
Nah, we living lavish.
Yeah. They got the champagne over here too,
man.
We about to pop that shit.
Later, we out.